What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Two in the Stink. Me and Jim this episode, just hanging out, man.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, just us, just couple of boys in a basement. Couple of boys in their mom's, or one of their mom's basements.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Yup.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, we're in Rob's mom's basement again.
Yay.
Oh, boy.
This is our job.
Here it goes.
This is what we want our job to be.
Here it goes. Here goes nothing.
Now
I'm excited. I haven't seen you that much in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, I have so much I want to tell you about.
Yeah.
I actually
can't wait to listen.
I have things to talk about this episode. It's crazy.
I'm
Instead of me being like, all right, you be funny now.
Yeah, like I'm excited. Tell me.
Do you remember the story I told you about how...
I don't remember anything.
Okay.
I had 420 recently.
Oh, yeah, right.
So I'm like a blank slate.
You're starting fresh?
I don't know anything.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone.
You probably do remember this part, but when I told you before, I think I talked about it on the podcast, when I was in like middle school, my iPod went missing.
Yeah.
And it was down to 2 people who might have stolen it. And
Yes.
I finally got a confession from the one who stole it.
No way.
Yeah, I got closure.
Wow, you finally got closure at 27 years old?
At 29.
At 29. Okay, because I think we talked about this when you were 27.
Yeah. I got closure.
What did he say?
So I was hanging out with my buddy Daryl. And we were
Okay.
catching up. We had dinner. It was actually really nice. I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, you wined and dined him to get a confession.
Yeah,
You're a
yeah.
sick son of a bitch.
No. He reached out to me and was like, let's hang out. I was like, absolutely. But we were
Bring
drinking
your iPod.
We were drinking. We were drinking moonshine, and I asked him. I was like, I'm gonna ask you a question, and I'm not gonna be mad no matter what the answer is. And I said, did you steal my iPod? And then he said, yeah. He said it like, of course. He said, yeah. I was like, okay. He's like, I told you this before, and I had to think in my head. I was like, oh right, there was one time we got hammered and we had this exact same conversation. But now I remember it, so now I have the closure I needed.
I like that.
Yeah, and then we got hammered, and then he showed me his chainsaw collection, and I was like, interesting, because he does tree removal.
Oh,
So
wow.
he's like, I put a custom engine on this one, and he's in the backyard, like with moonshine, going. It's like, I'm like, dude, your neighbors are gonna be.
There's a really funny racist joke we used to do as a kid.
I know, don't say it. Yeah, don't say it.
There's a really funny racist joke we used to do as a kid.
Hey, guess what? Everybody knows that one.
Yeah, it's a really good one.
Yeah.
And this one applies. It finally has a home. That joke finally has a home.
But yeah, so that was my night, and then. Afterwards, I was like,
I'm gonna spend the next hour trying not to say it. It's gonna be on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, relax.
The tip of my racism.
Don't you make
r/tip of my racist.
Don't you dare make me do any more editing. I swear to God, we're already on a time crunch. But
I'm like, we haven't had a reel in 6 months. Don't bitch about editing.
I know.
You
I'm
got
sorry.
up afternoon today.
I'm sorry.
Rob's like, don't tell me to edit. I was like, we don't have any reels. The audience has forgotten about us.
No.
The algorithm has forgotten that we existed.
No, we're still
We got
there.
pushed underneath Bobby Kelly's podcast, which sucks.
Okay.
We're under him now.
All right. Well,
We let him get ahead.
okay.
You should never let a fat guy who lost weight get ahead of you. That's awful.
Send me timestamps, Dad.
I do. That's all I do.
Okay, you're right.
It's all I
know.
listen to our podcast. That's what I do in my free time, which is 24 hours a day.
Okay. But yeah, so that was my, and then so now that that's over.
I texted Rob like, I don't know, like maybe like 4 times today in like the morning. I should have known I wasn't gonna get a thing until like 3 o'clock.
I was having too much fun.
He's
last
like,
night.
podcast soon. I was like, you have dirt in your eyes. You have sand in your eyes.
I had too much fun last night. I had moonshine, and then I went over to my buddy Tyler's house, and I puked in his toilet. And then
So that's just, you're on tour puking. You're on a puke tour.
Yeah, and I slept on his bathroom floor till like 7 a.m. Then I came home, and like I walked in the bedroom, and Britt was just like getting home from work. She's like, "Oh, you're alive?" I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, again.
Yep, again. I did it again.
Did it again, babe.
Did it again, babe. Hey, babe, I'm back.
Hey, she's
I'm
like, wow.
Yeah.
She's like, I wrote your eulogy. It's crazy.
She's like, you look so skinny and hot. I'm like, I know, I puked. I puked.
I puked. That's
Yeah,
what
I'm working on this new thing. It's called not eating and drinking jet fuel, and then puking.
Oh yeah, moonshine.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Yeah, my skinniest, I was like killing Bacardi 151.
Yeah.
I was like drinking the fuck out of that, and then like there's no reason to eat because your insides are already on fire.
Yeah, you're like, I feel great.
I feel good.
I'm full, and
My face is hot and my arms don't work, but I feel great.
yeah.
I'm thin.
I went to the dentist too recently.
Yeah,
For the first time in 15 years.
that's crazy. I have to go soon.
It was scary. I don't, because I have a phobia of the dentist. So they were doing X-rays in my mouth and shit, and they basically told me the same thing they told me when I was 15. Like, all these teeth need to go because I have double molars. I think people have pointed out that, like, Rob looks like a shark. There's one clip I'm laughing and you can see him.
Well, it's also because you have gills.
Yeah. But
shut up.
like, relax. But yeah, they did a bunch of X-rays, and I gotta.
And you look slippery.
Don't say that. I don't want to be described.
That was slippery Rob in the comments.
Yeah.
Rob's so slippery looking today.
Yeah.
You're like, no.
Yeah, somebody was like, one time, it's like, why is he sitting next to the shiny one? Or they call
yeah.
What is
the red one?
Yeah, the red one. Yeah.
Now I'm the red one.
But I got on. But yeah, so I have a oral surgeon appointment. And that's going to be even scarier because they're going to put me to sleep.
I'm scared of being put to sleep.
Me too, man.
It's like, I have sleep apnea. I might not get up.
I'm scared because, like, I don't know. Like, what if they're pulling out one of my teeth and they drop it into my fucking throat and I choke to death?
Oh, they're ready for that.
Are they?
That will happen.
What do you mean?
Like, that could happen because teeth, like, sometimes teeth break up.
Oh yeah, so they got.
They have a fucking vacuum basically going 24/7.
Nice.
Because it sucks up all the shit that comes out of your mouth, like the blood and all that, like any tooth fragments and anything. You're like, this is reassuring.
I'm like, oh, thank God.
And the best part about all that is I made it up.
Oh, okay,
it's super dangerous. No, I'm just kidding. I told you everything's true.
No,
it's all true.
Yeah, I've never been put out before, so.
Oh, I haven't either. It makes me anxious.
Yeah, I don't.
It's like when you meet, and especially the things I read on Reddit about anesthesia.
Yeah, fuck all that. It's like
r/scary.
Yeah. It's like what if anesthesia, you feel it the whole time, but when you wake up you forget it.
That's the truth.
I'm like, don't you relax.
But you don't remember it.
Yeah, you don't remember it, but like I think you're just out the whole time. I don't think you feel anything.
No, you're out. You're asleep.
Yeah, so
except your eyes are open, and you ever see a cat under anesthesia?
Yeah, it's like scary as shit.
That's what a human looks like, but you just don't see it that much.
No, I'm gonna
because they don't show the person's face under anesthesia. They show this like. What really happens is they lay there like.
Well, they're putting an IV in me.
Yeah.
They're gonna put me like I'm gonna be like on death row. Mm-hmm. Like they're gonna put me out.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude! That just reminded me of my mom having a fucking fentanyl tube going into her fucking wrist. I was like, Jesus.
Great.
I was like, do we get the rest if she dies before it's
like,
all out? Or
can I hit that?
Can I hit that? Well, she said I could hit that.
Yeah. No, she said she's gonna pass it to me. Yeah, pass the fentanyl to the left hand side.
Yo, unplug your mom and you get the drugs. That's the worst song I ever sang.
Yeah. Oh man, so I went to a dentist. I checked my sister into rehab. Did I talk about that?
That's the best.
Yeah, so she's back.
She's in the right place.
Guess who's back?
She's in there like Eminem.
Yeah, she walked in.
She's more like nom nom because she's sucking her gums because she needs crack.
She walked in.
I'm like, wait, that's really funny.
Yeah, it is. That's also super fucked up. Yeah. I was gonna say she walked back in there like a returning character on a sitcom. She walked back in there. You know how like Will Smith performed at Coachella? That's what it was like for her. She came out there like,
yeah, she's Co Kramer.
Co Kramer.
I don't know. I was trying something.
Yeah, that's all right. I mean, hey, they're not all gonna be killers, but
Jerry Seinmeth. I don't know.
She. I went for a run. And believe it or not, because I'm fast and hot now, and it's my new thing. And as I came in the house, my mom was crying, and she was like, "We have to talk about January." And I thought she was dead. I was like, "Oh, my sister's dead. Like, prepare yourself." And then she was like, "She's on meth, confirmed. We need to get her into rehab."
That's crazy because you confirmed that like
I was like, I've been ahead of the
ago.
game, dude. I've been like, this is like, yeah.
The first time she sent you a 14-paragraph essay that made no sense, you were like, well, it's happening.
Yeah, it's like there's two things I'm ahead of. It's crypto and when my sister's on drugs. Like,
and they have the same volatile, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a volatile level that you need to like get it right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to pick your moment.
Like I know when they're both high.
I know when they're both really high.
I know when they're both really high.
Yeah. That's really
writing
funny.
that down.
I'm like, wow.
I'm like, well, we just wrote a joke. That's awesome.
I'm like, you like me still?
Yeah, look out for that on stage.
Well, you're like, wow.
Yeah.
Pause the podcast. That's so good.
Yeah. Write it down. We leave. We go to an open mic right now and tell it. So then Jim, finish it.
And I'm like, Jerry, sign math. And they're like, no. No, not that part.
But so my mom was like crying. And I was like, oh, my sister's dead. But then she goes,
I shouldn't be laughing like that
no,
when you
it's
say
okay.
my mom's crying.
It's totally fine. I mean, maybe it's just a natural response since you don't have one.
Yeah, I don't have one, and what's funny is I had two, and they both love drugs so much.
We went down as like literally 15 minutes ago. My mom came home, and I was like, "Hey, Mom, we're on a time crunch. We got to go do the podcast," because I knew she was going to try to talk to you. And she goes, "Okay, love you, Rob and Jim." And I said, "No, just Rob."
Yeah, she was like, "I love you, Rob," and she goes, "I love you both," and Rob's like,
No, you don't.
No, you don't. No,
but
you don't.
So my mom's crying, and she goes back to that part of the story, and she goes, "It's your sister. She's back on meth." She goes, "She called me complaining about there being bugs under her eyes," and I was like, "It's time." I was like, "Come on, let's go." She's like, "I'm like, she needs to go to rehab," and she's like, "I know. Could you like convince her?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah. Do I want to save my sister's life? Let me think." So we got in the car and we drove to her fucking house. And she didn't know I was coming. I haven't seen her in 6 months, keep in mind. So we walk up the stairs, and as soon as she heard my voice, like, hey, she started crying. And she was like, "I'm a mess, don't look at me." And I hugged her. I was like, you gotta go. First she wanted to go to Ohio. She's like, "I gotta go. There's a halfway house in Ohio." I'm like,
"No.
You're super not going that far.
You're not going anywhere."
Yeah, you're not going anywhere near. I know it's in Ohio.
I know what's in Ohio. Yeah, you drove through Ohio. You know what Ohio is?
Yeah.
Drugs.
Yeah, it's like Drugville, USA.
It's literally drugs the game.
Yeah. It's like Ohio.
Yeah, no Ohio.
Yeah. So I was like, "No, you're super."
So
I'm like,
funny.
"Actually, I was like, "What you're gonna do is you're gonna go to the rehab down the street," and then
yeah.
And the whole time I'm trying to get her there while the sun is still up, so I can go play disc golf because I had plans. So I'm like, "Come on, you're fucking my I love you, but you're fucking up my day."
I have beer.
I have so much Michelob that you are gonna force me to drink after this. It was so nice to it was so nice to drink 10 Michelobs, and it's like, it's okay. I put my sister in rehab today.
You did the right thing.
Yeah, I had to.
She's in the place that she's safest.
Yeah, that's why.
She
and my
can't
mom, I did it for my mom more than anything because she was like,
well, yeah, because your
'cause
mom's
she was
an
crying.
older lady. She can't fucking handle all that on her own.
I know, and I was like,
and you're like this young, strapping, like handsome guy, and it's like, Rob's like, wow.
Like,
you actually don't have to pay for your Uber.
yeah.
I'm like, you're just a tall, jacked, hot man.
You just sucking me off verbally.
I got you good the other day.
You got in the car. You go, you look really good. I was like,
like the whole night you were like on air.
But yeah, I had to do it. In my head for a long time.
That's such a good thing, though.
This past 6 months, I was like, I don't care what she does. It's not my problem. And then seeing my mom like that, I was like, my mom needs help that she probably would have gotten from my dad, but now he's not here because they've gone back and forth. And she always says that she tries not to hold it against me, but she'll be like, I don't have your father anymore. She was doing a lot of that when he first like passed, but so now, so I feel like I did the right thing. I got her where she needs to be. Thankfully, this was just, I was just talking to her. I was like, I was trying to say like all the shit you tell somebody.
Yeah,
like
the
this,
cliches.
Like, this isn't a reset. This is just a speed bump, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, but you have bugs under your eyes, so it's time to go.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I should have shown up. It'd be crazy if I showed up to her apartment and I was like, blah, 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 blah.
You showed up with a can of bug spray.
Yeah,
you're like, all right.
I'll get him.
All right, pull him open. I'll get him.
Yeah.
Hey, January, I just want to let you know.
The bugs are real.
You told Mom you have bugs
under your eyes. Guess where you don't get to go? Ohio.
Yeah, they barely ever turn anyone away from Ohio.
Yeah.
There's one rule. You can't have bugs under your eyes. I just checked.
Yeah.
Ohio state law, state motto.
Yeah, it's like, guess what? You don't get to go on a road trip now. That's not your reward.
You don't know. She's like, if I act up enough, they'll take me on a road trip. Doesn't your cousins live out there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my cousins live out there.
Yeah, they do.
Yep. But anyway, is there anything that? So that's pretty much. Oh no! And I wanted to talk. The other thing I wanted to talk about. I think I need to get on like Accutane or something.
Yeah, you just want to be hotter.
I want hot. Like I want to like.
Now here's the thing though. That those things do have side effects. Those drugs.
Like what?
like fucking depression,
like too much pussy,
like depression.
Oh, really?
My sister was on Accutane because she got her father's skin. Her like estranged father. She got his fucking skin. So her whole like teenage life. I mean, she looks great now. She looks very. You know, she's all fit and she took the drugs for her face or whatever. But for a while there, she was fucking fugly looking.
Yeah.
She like just the breakouts were insane. Like just around her mouth and chin and fucking face. But she's like, she took that shit but here's the thing, it gave her like a lot of side effects. So it's just something to be hyper vigilant about if you do start a regimen.
I do have believe it or not, I have a skincare routine. It takes a lot to look this mediocre. And I think I just want to. What it is I opened up for Connor Wood at the DC Improv, and his fans were super hot. It was literally all chicks just being like at the meet and greet, like, oh my god, Connor, oh my god, like literally having a panic attack. And I'm like, hey, I'm like, hey. I'm like, will you buy them?
Remember me?
Will you buy my sticker, please?
Did they?
Yeah, I sold a shit ton of stickers. I sold I sold the equivalent of what I made on both shows in stickers. So I doubled my income. It was awesome. But it was so funny because they're like, I'll take a shirt, a bag, because he was selling all his merch. And of course, he was headlining. So I was like, could I sell my merch? He was like, absolutely. Really nice guy. And I was just like basically panhandling next to his merch. I'm like, and stickers are only $5.
And I'm Rob Stant.
And they're like, yeah,
sure,
only $5?
No. Only $5, right?
Okay, sure, yeah.
I have 4. And what's so funny is you're like, I'll take it.
I don't have cash. I'm like, I have Venmo. They're like, oh, great. Yeah, I'll Venmo you. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, immediately was lost in the pocket, put in the laundry. I know. I've gotten so many pictures like sent to me by friends who are like, gonna need another sticker because they ran the one I gave them through the laundry. I'm like, it's crazy because they're expensive.
Be another $5.
Yeah. But yeah, it was cool.
It's funny because I never forget where that $5 went.
Right. But seeing him, I was like, I need to get skinnier and I need to be on Accutane. Because I don't know. So it'd be cool to have like a bunch of hot chicks freaking out over me. That'd be nice.
But that's not realistic.
Yeah, but like,
that's not real life.
Neither is free pizza, but you still.
I know.
You're still chasing that.
I still. No, but like that's the thing. Like you're gonna be fine because you're a funny joke writer.
Like, okay,
you don't need to be.
I'm close.
You don't need to be any cuter than you already are.
I'm like fuck.
No, that's the thing. Like
you might as well be touching it right now.
Like those dudes, like they have a shelf life. Like I feel like that's gonna like phase out. Like you know what I mean? Like there's gonna be a point where he's like, I don't need to fucking go around and do stand up anymore.
Right.
He's like, I can literally like be like, get ready with me, and they're like, money.
Yeah.
Well, and it's like, I want to do a get ready with me, but I hate everything I wear all the time, and I cry because there's stains on my shirts. That's my get ready with me. It's me thrashing on the ground because nothing fits.
I want to do like get ready with me, but it's just me getting hammered in the shower, and I never leave the shower.
Yeah.
And then I check the clock, and it's 7:30.
You're like, I'm a comedian. There is no get ready.
Yeah, there's no get ready. Yeah, I woke up at 2 p.m. today.
The difference between a band and a fucking comedian is so funny because like they have to worry about load-in and like backlining and like all of this like shit. All of this shit. I literally show up and half the time I'm like hammered.
Yeah.
And they're like, here's the microphone. I'm like, all right, check this out. This is my art.
Well, that's why I started.
This is my dick.
Yeah. I think that's why when you start doing comedy, there's not as much money as when you start going out and doing music.
Right.
If you get booked on a gig doing music, there's like immediately you're guaranteed money because of all the work it takes to get all your shit in. You have to split it with X amount of people in your band. And then with stand-up, it's like you show up and you're having fun. So it's like, they're like, yeah, right, you want fucking $500 for this? Fuck you. Fuck you, kid. Take a walk.
Yeah.
That's what it's like in New York.
It took me 6 months to get my first booked gig.
Yeah. In New York, they're like, yeah, if you try to get some of the clubs out in New York, they're like, oh, you want to get paid? They spit and hit another comic and then go, get over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's fucking a comic
I've seen
every 30
you have to
feet.
Chase guys down for your cash, dude.
Oh, yeah. There's been a couple times.
Hello.
Please.
This isn't what we had agreed upon.
Yeah.
Well, I went to New York and I was there for a couple days and I signed up for this open mic and I was like sitting around waiting, watching comedy, and I was like, she was like, here comes our final comic, and then it wasn't my name. And I like walked up to her, I was like, hi, I was like the first guy here, and I like signed up. She was like, yeah, but you didn't pay. I was like, I'm not paying to do 5 minutes.
Yeah,
I was like,
stupid.
oh, I didn't know. I was like, first of all, you didn't say that to anybody that they had to pay. Everyone knew already. I didn't know. So I just,
what a scam.
So I was like, I'm not And there was no one there.
It wasn't even a good
There was no one there.
Okay.
There was no one there. The room was empty. The people would go up and then leave. What is that?
I mean, that's New York.
It was
and
the
everybody
worst.
wants to move there. Isn't that crazy?
I can.
Start spreading the news.
I'm doing just fine.
Yeah.
There's like it's so crazy. Like it's so fucking. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I was like, people paid for that, and she was like, yeah. She was like, if you want to pay now, I can put you up first on the next one. I was like, I'm so good.
Yeah.
Just seeing that she made like $5 a head for 30 comics
That's
for
wild.
no reason.
Yeah.
Where does that money go?
In her pocket.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
And I mean, awesome, but like,
Yeah.
also awful.
Wait, why aren't we doing that?
I know.
No.
Oh, why? Oh, I'll tell you
we're
why.
not
Because
scumbags.
it's awful.
Yeah, we're not scumbags.
You couldn't pay me to. You literally couldn't pay me that money to sit there and listen to that much comedy.
Yeah. But it's
Oh wait, I'm doing that tonight. No wait, I'm splitting that money with someone.
Yeah. Actually, you're actually not because I already paid.
Oh wait, yeah, I've already been fronted that money.
Yeah.
God,
You're in debt.
Here's the
You're
yeah,
in debt $25 to me. Isn't that hilarious?
Yeah, well, that's a good number. That's a better number than I thought you were gonna say.
Yeah. Well, if you want to count all the hot dogs and cheeseburgers and beer.
You have never bought me a hot dog ever.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we've never gone to a place that sold hot dogs.
Yeah. Damn, you're right. Oh, I wonder if they're doing Dollar Dog Night today on the Sixers.
Oh,
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
that is good. Yeah, 'cause I hope that junkie's working because she always puts a lot of chili.
Don't say the name of the place where we're going. Anyway.
She always puts a lot of chili. She forgets she put it on. She does it
She got her
twice.
cigarette hands.
Oh, that's where the smokiness comes from. From the brisket, right? You're talking about the brisket. You're
Yeah.
She breaks it up with her sticky hands.
But going back to New York, I was talking to Jacqueline Blizzard, a
Never heard
friend
her.
of the podcast, and because we did a show at Helium on Sunday. And
yeah, how was it?
That was awesome. It was honestly really fucking fun. I'll get into that in a minute, but
Oh boy.
it was
Oh dear.
oh great. But she was talking about moving to New York, and I was like, you should spend a week out there first and see if this is what you want, because I don't think she's done anything out there really, and I gave her a
No.
bunch of places. I was like, do this audition for this place, do this audition for this place, you'll get a residency, yada yada. So that's my advice to anybody who wants to move to New York. Spend a week out there. And then you're like, oh wow, it smells like trash, and I'm going up at 1:45 in the morning at this open mic that I had to pay $5 for. And rent is $800 split with 5 other people. I'm living in a closet. But then again, I also have a house, so I'm like, I don't want to go.
I don't want to go either.
If I was going to move anywhere, I'd move to Austin. But
But see, I have until September to figure out what the fuck I'm doing with my life.
Yeah.
And I have no idea what it is.
We'll figure it out.
So I'm excited to spend.
I'm like, you live somewhere close where we can still do the podcast.
I'm like, I live in this room.
yeah, you move in here.
I move in here.
Yeah. But yeah, no, the Helium show was fun. It was this. It was like couples therapy.
Yeah.
Which is like you go. So you do time. Me and Jacqueline both did like separate sets of like talking about relationships. So she had never been in a relationship ever. So it was interesting hearing her joke about it. And then me, who's married, it was like very like 2 different sides of the coin. And it was a good show. I'm gonna put some clips up, I think, on Instagram because they taped the whole fucking thing. So I definitely got some good reels out of it. That's what it's all about these days.
I had a show with her last Thursday.
Yeah.
And we drove up together to the Emmaus Theater. Mm-hmm. And on the way back, because she was like playing like music from Baby Driver all the way up there. She was like, "Oh, I just watched it this afternoon." So she showed up at my house with a hoodie pulled up over her head and the yellow sunglasses.
Oh, nice.
She showed up as Baby Driver to my house, and I was like, "Okay, this is funny." And on the way back, she was like doing this. I was like, "Put on your music. I want to know what you listen to."
Yeah.
And so she put on this like girl like scream singing about like relationships, and she just started singing as hard as she could and as loud as she could, and then she cranked it all the way down. She goes, "Literally me never having talked to a guy ever in my life."
That's funny.
I was screaming laughing. I literally was gagging like on
Yeah.
my laughs.
Yeah, it's funny.
We split it. We were both so hungry and there was nothing to eat up there. So her and I like split a Slim Jim.
That's so sad.
It was so sad. I had like 6 beers and like I was like, here's half my Slim Jim.
Splitting a Slim Jim
is like the
oh
peak.
My god.
I was like,
here, like that's like peak like bottom.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
I heard
furthest.
You guys had a fun road trip. She was like, I'm thinking about. She's like, I heard you did a road trip down in Texas. I was thinking about doing that if you wanted to do one like together.
Yeah, she was saying we should all go down there.
I'm not doing that drive again.
Not the
I'm
drive.
Super good.
Not the drive.
Oh, but she was talking about the drive. She's like, we could drive. I was like, no.
I would do that.
You don't drive. You time traveled. You got high and ate snacks and slept.
Yeah,
you
and I killed the whole way.
You woke up, you'd fart, and then you do a tight 5, and then go back to bed. That's
yeah.
That's what you do in the car.
Yeah. Well, listen, sorry.
No, it's fine. But
it was incredible. I fucking crushed.
Yeah. But like you were probably awake for maybe an hour of that trip.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the 22 hours on the way home?
Yeah. You slept the entire. You'd wake up, take the biggest hit of your vape pen I'd ever see anybody hit, and then just go to bed like in the front seat.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I had my headphones on too.
I'm never making that drive again, but I am flying to Texas tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow when this comes out, but yeah, I'm flying to Texas. I will be in
on
Texas
Tuesday. So are you not going to Austin?
I am going to Austin. I'm taking a bus.
Because I saw somebody be like, "We come to Austin." You were like, "Come to this."
Well, yeah, because I'm not.
Buy tickets
I want to buy tickets to the show that I'm getting paid to go at. Austin, I'm hopefully doing the Mothership open mic, and I'm gonna try the Kill Tony bucket pool while I'm out there because fuck it, I might as well.
Damn it! I want to go so bad.
I know, but you
I'm like,
don't have money.
I'm like, carry on, Jim.
Yeah. Stuffing in my luggage.
No, this is my bag. I'm like, they're like, what is in there? I'm like,
but you also don't have a place for me to sleep at in Texas. That's like not a big selling point. Oh,
I do in Fort Worth.
Interesting.
Wait a minute now.
But yeah, so that's my plans for this week. Rob's going to Texas. That's why I'm not drinking today. I drank so fucking much yesterday, and I know I'm gonna get drunk at the airport. So I want my liver needs one day, especially when I get down to Texas and I'm nowhere.
We've done this story 1,000 times. You're drinking tonight.
We'll see. I mean,
you're gonna see me get a beer, and you're like,
whoa,
whoa,
that looks
wait, those
cool.
go in those?
Wait, you put that inside you, and then you feel good?
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Yeah, turns out 3 giant gyms and your mom's not dead.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy how that works?
Does it work for dads too?
The prevailing rumor is yes.
Okay, interesting.
But
nice.
It's got to be the giant gym because that's the highest percentage.
Yeah, it tastes like ass though.
Yeah,
but it's ass.
Yes, but so does every other craft beer that was ever contrived.
Yeah, what is the thing with craft beer where it's like,
why can't they
what
just
if this tasted
why
like
can't
piss
they
and
make
shit?
a Corona that's like so strong?
I know. Oh, dude, that's called a Corona Rita. You ever have one of those?
No, is that when they put booze in it?
It's a margarita with an upside down Corona bottle in it.
No, that's not what I want.
It's delicious.
That's not what I want.
I know, but that's as close as you're gonna get.
I want like an 8% Corona.
Yeah, I think you just have a problem.
I think I should just have liquor.
Yeah,
I think
that's called liquor.
Just have liquor.
Just literally do a shot.
Yeah, I do like liquor better.
Dude, moonshine
is good.
It's good, especially the more you drink it.
Was it the fruit? Was it the fruit kind
straight.
Or just
it
straight?
was just like
nice.
Like this kind of shit like that'll make you go blind.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, my neighbor made this. I was like, sure, I'll trust this guy. I don't know.
In his toilet.
Yeah. But it had like he had his own like label and shit on it, so it was kind of
if it's got its
if it's got a label.
Well, if it's got it, that's so funny. If it's got its own label.
Well, if he went to the trouble to make artwork for it, then
it's obviously
it's gotta be good, safe.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah,
because Zyklon B had a fucking logo. You know what I mean?
I know. So I drank literal poison last night and then puked, and I woke up today like,
I'm hot.
Yeah, I'm so hot. Oh man, my jeans fit. I was like, wow,
whoa.
But I'm gonna eat 6 hot dogs today if it's dollar dog night.
Yeah, See, that's the thing.
And then I'm gonna go to the gym. I want to work out tonight, so that's kind of why I also don't want to drink because I didn't work out today. Obviously, I woke up at fucking 3 p.m. And you're like wake up. I got a text you like wake up at 11. I was like, yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, I was up at like 8 a.m. today.
You're either like up early or like sleeping till like 5. There's like no in between.
Yeah.
What were you doing up that early?
I'm trying to get my sleep schedule on, like, just right.
Yeah.
So I stayed up. I stayed up like all night the other night, and then I went to bed at like 10 p.m. And then I woke up at 8 today.
Nice.
So
fast forward to tomorrow, you waking up at 4:30 p.m. Like,
no, I think trying to get my sleep schedule will help me like not be depressed. I've been so fucking depressed.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is fun to talk about.
Yeah, let's get into that.
Yeah. So you're fucking depressed.
So you're depressed and sad. Then don't you have a job lined up?
I have an interview tomorrow morning.
Ooh, nice.
Sprouts Farmers Market.
Oh, wow. It's not the one in Philly, is it? Mm-hmm. It's the one in Philly?
You been there?
Yeah.
It's
like in Philly?
Oh, yeah.
The one in Philly?
Oh, yeah.
How are you going to get there?
I'm going to take the train.
To work every day?
Yeah. It goes literally right there.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's just, I used to fucking do Instacart there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because that's where all the highest paid, because all the shit's, like, super expensive, bullshit, organic stuff.
Yep.
So, like, it's all, like, single moms, and I'm, like, taking it to the suburbs. It's like, but this popcorn's blah.
Yep.
This popcorn has,
and
like,
I'm doing
organic cheddar, blah.
I'm doing, like, receiving.
Yeah.
So the trucks will pull up with the shit, and I'll just take the pallets off the truck and bring.
You're gonna last 2 days of that job.
That's the best ever, dude. I don't have to do anything with the customers.
I guess
that'd be the best.
Yeah, but it sounds like it's gonna be physically demanding.
Oh, I don't give a shit about that. It's literally a pallet jack.
Okay.
And then a box cutter. I have 2 tools.
I was gonna say the employees there. It's a very urban store.
Yeah, it's on fucking Broad Street.
Yeah, a lot of really sweet old black ladies that help me at checkout, help me bag my shit.
Those women are who will gravitate to me.
Yeah,
they'll say, "Oh my, here he is." No, he didn't. Look at him. I'm like, you better stop. You sweeter than a sweet potato pie.
Like, ah. Yeah, so you're gonna. I can't wait to hear about you headlining that store.
Yeah, if I get the job, they're like, we're actually looking for anyone but you. I'm like, okay, cool.
They're Googling Jim Gillespie.
We did that. That was problematic. It was like, here's why farts.
Yeah. I Googled myself when I was applying for jobs, and the first video was literally Rob Stant, why I don't like the 69. And they're like, well, he said he was a multitasker. What the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck?
He said he was into multitasking, and this motherfucker doesn't like the 69. I don't like the 69. I know this is not, other people have talked about this.
Why would you?
I know. I just like.
Why would you?
Like, I want to, like...
Oh, cool. You know what? You know what would make sex more fun? If I had balls on my eyes.
Well, that's 69ing for you. That's 69ing for you. For me, it's, like, actually, like, really cool and not frowned upon.
Yeah,
for
sure.
For me, it's, like, romantic.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, for me, it's, like, a whole thing.
Yeah, sure.
No, it's just, like...
balls on my eyes.
Yeah. But, yeah, so... Hot take. Don't like the 69.
That's not a hot take. I think universally it's a stupid thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've never come in a 69.
My problem is Britt always comes first, and then she's like...
What a huge problem to have.
She always comes first, and then she like loses all of her motor skills, so like that might as well be... Whatever she's doing is useless.
Whatever she's holding.
Yeah, whatever she's got her grip on. So that's why I'm just like, I'll do you, then you do me.
Yeah,
and that's how it works.
Yeah, man. I gotta find someone to 69 with, dude. I gotta get out there.
Yeah. Is it gonna be
I'm like, who wants to be smushed? Real hard. Yeah. Who wants to be mashed up?
Is 69? Can you do that as a dude? Like 2 dudes? I guess you can.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't be. It doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't seem comfortable. Doesn't seem like a pleasant thing.
Well, I'm very comfortable to lay on top of. So I'm actually the best 69 partner.
They're gonna fall asleep
ever. Yeah, it turns out your sleep number is 69.
You fall asleep for 69 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. Because like they could just suck my dick and then they could just like rest their head on my leg. It's like a pillow.
I was laying on Britt's titties the other day.
Beautiful.
And she was like, she's like, I don't know why when you lay on my boobs, it's like so comforting. I was like, well, guess what? It's one of my favorite things to do. So
let's make this a thing.
This is officially a thing now.
Let's go steady.
I'm like, that's great. Now touch it. That's it.
It's really interesting, babe. Now touch it.
Now touch it. That's how every sentence ends.
Now.
I'm like, you need $1,500 for taxes. Here you go. And now you touch it.
And now
you touch it.
And then you touch it.
I turn on the lights. I turn the lights on. I'm like, wow, look, they're still on. And now you touch it.
Yeah. You're like, sink's running.
Oh, wow, look at this. All the utilities, bills are paid, and I turn this on, and that goes on. Now touch it.
Now touch it.
Now touch it.
No, touch it.
No, touch it.
It's like you're on Reddit. Like, how do I hint to my wife that I want
Tell her
to touch it without explicitly saying touch it?
And like tell her, tell her. R/tell her.
R/touch it. Wait a second.
Yeah.
Now touch it.
Now touch it. Just dudes getting it touched. That's so funny.
I need it touched. I'm gonna say this
Literally
right now
touch
as a 26-year-old man. I need it touched right now. I
Literally
need it
touch
touched.
it.
I need it touched before I send out a weird text. Okay. I have like 2
man.
more days before I start sending out weird DMs.
Me and Britt have been like she's been to work and I've been doing comedy. She's been to work. I've been doing comedy. So we haven't really had like. I fucked her today. No need to brag, right?
Well,
So I came home after my moonshine vomit, but I had moonshine dick. So like it was like my dick was like good luck, brother. Mm-hmm. So then I had to just took care of her and then went to bed.
Wow, what a gentleman!
I didn't get to bust.
You're like as close to a firefighter as they come, dude. You're a hero.
Yeah, I made her come and I didn't. So I should get.
You're like, hi, I should get like a fucking plaque or something.
Yeah. Joe Biden should be putting a medal around my neck right now.
Yeah. The Congressional Medal of Freedom.
Yeah. The medal of I don't know something there. We'll think of a pun.
Yeah.
The
Congressional. I don't know.
Congressional Medal of Honor. That's funny.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I stopped talking to my pal the other day.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Nah, it's done. It's over with.
Old
head's done.
What happened?
It's just never gonna be.
What was the nail
in
the coffin?
You know what it is? The nail in the coffin was
because he's gonna die soon. It's the actual coffin. It's a nail.
Seeing his coffin.
Old. Yeah.
Coffin shopping for a date.
Yeah.
No. Honestly, it was a combination of things.
Okay, you don't have to talk about it if you don't. want to.
No. It's fine. It's brief.
Okay.
He wears briefs. That's a deal breaker. Nah, it just was never going to be what I wanted it. So
yeah, you wanted a relationship.
Yeah, I wanted it to be cool. I wanted it to be normal and cool,
and
that is outrageous to an artist type.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. I don't know what to call. I don't know what to call it. Crazy stuff. But we're back on the market full time.
Nice.
We're trying to find some bussy.
Trying to get some
full time.
Have you considered somebody who isn't old and gonna die?
As soon as yeah. Well, listen, sugar baby energy is heavy these days.
I hope you. That guy sounds toxic. I hope you do stay away.
No,
from
it is.
But
toxic.
this is the second time you said that to me, and you're like, I got it. So I'm going out with old head tomorrow. I'm like, you slut. I know you want. You told me. I was like, dude. He's not good for you. He's like, yeah. You said, yeah, but you know what is good for me? Coming.
That is true. That is true. I said that cum being inside of me.
It's like a poison.
Feels like chemo.
Yeah.
I have to kill it.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, it's just And then so he was like talking about like how he like gets in these like arguments on Reddit. And like he always talks about it. So I found his Reddit.
Oh man.
And like some of the things that he was saying on Reddit were so cringy. I was like, all right, this guy's like out of his mind. So
can you say any of what he was saying?
Dude, he just like is arguing with like incels on like Reddit like for hours at a time. Like I can see it. Like you can see what somebody comments on Reddit.
Yeah.
And I'm like seeing him like in like the r/casual conversation Reddit, like getting in fights with people about nothing. And like that is fucking insane. I was like, this person is just nuts. So
to even like take the time to comment on anything on Reddit is crazy.
It's nuts
to be like this deserves my opinion.
I browse Reddit, but I would never interact with a person on there.
I literally use Reddit. I wake up in the morning and I'll go to sort by popular to see whatever fucking news is like going on. I do that for about 5 minutes. Then I go on like r/ like fucking blowjobs and like see if there's anything good on there. And then I'm like, all right, that's how I use Reddit. But I also have my stand-up account that I post. But as browsing, it's just like news and porn.
I can't.
And I don't want to comment. I don't give. I'm not gonna give your opinion on are you the asshole or not.
I can't.
Hey, guess what? You're the asshole.
It's always you.
If you have to type it out.
If you're even questioning.
Yeah. Am I the asshole? We already talked about this with Ebony, but yeah. Am I the asshole for she had funny points. Like, am I the asshole for like you do her voice better?
Am I the asshole? Yeah,
I made my sister eat out of a dog bowl.
Yeah, that is the funniest shit ever.
Yeah.
Nah, like I don't know. I just
Black people, I know I'm not tripping. That's and then white people, am I the asshole when she said that? That
that was so funny.
Yeah, like we
Fucking,
bring her back.
I had some shows this week. I had a really fun show.
That's crazy. I don't remember asking. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Cool. All right, Accutane. Your new nickname's Accutane.
No.
You're like, wait, I don't want that.
No, we don't do that. Actually. Not in this house.
Yeah, so I had a really fun show on Friday, The Fat Lady.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah, I was on that too.
Yeah, you are the co-producer.
I am the co-producer.
And then on Saturday...
We sold, I mean, we did a good job.
On Saturday, I had a 420 show with Finessica.
Mm-hmm.
Super fun.
Hell yeah.
Weird room. You would have absolutely hated it.
Yeah. It sounds like it.
It was a weed lounge.
Oh.
So it was a bunch of people smoking
Just
blunts
like,
in a
yeah.
room.
Yeah.
It was the weirdest room I've ever been in my life.
Did you have a good set?
No one did.
Did you get paid in weed?
I didn't get paid at all yet.
Damn.
But she did sell tickets, so I'm going to get paid money.
Nice.
But I did smoke a lot of weed. And I had some red wine.
A little bit of red wine.
A little bit of red wine. And that was me. And they were like, no. I walked a couple. I made fun of this couple. Mm-hmm. This lady was wearing a jean outfit. Top to bottom, the fucking heels were jean. I said, she got the jeels on. And her boyfriend was like, nah, bro. I was like,
really?
Yeah, bro. I was like, you guys look like my parents if I got to like dress them up in The Sims. I just crowd worked this couple and they were like, they were okay. And then like, I like said one thing and then she was like, I would stop if I was you. And I was
really?
like, okay. Like her boyfriend was going to like fight me.
Yeah.
And I was like,
What'd you say?
I was like, because there was a big hole in the floor in front of me that went like 20 feet down to like literally, it was like a well. There was a well in the floor.
Why?
I don't know, but they had like a thin piece of plastic over it, and I was like, this looks like it was designed to trap me.
That's funny. So
yeah. So I like did. I was like, I just basically like made fun of the room and the people, and then I got the fuck out of there.
Before that guy fucked you up.
Yeah, because he got up and they like left the room during my set, and like he was like all pissed off, and then like I was like, all right, we should probably head out of here. That guy's pissed, right? And then like that dude was like waiting outside, and I was like, am I gonna walk outside and like get in a fist fight with this dude because I made fun of him and his stupid cunt bitch?
Yeah.
And I walked outside. I was like waiting for him to say something, and he just like was like staring at me, and I like turned around as I was walking away, and he was like still staring at me. I was like, bro, I was like, when I stood up like outside like next to him, I think he realized like I was way bigger than him. Like he was like 5 foot even.
Oh damn.
Yeah, but his like girl was like looking at him like, you gonna let me fucking me? You're gonna let me fucking? You gonna let this fucking retard? Yeah. I was like, yeah, I was wearing my Sixers thing. I was like, you guys don't have to listen to me. I'm dressed like an arcade basketball. And they're like, so it was like.
That's crazy. I feel like you fighting somebody is just holding them to the ground and just beating the shit out of them. And
it's me getting on top of them and then them being like, oh fuck, I think I'm dying today. Because I'm bashing my forearms into their fucking face. I'm smashing their head with elbows.
You've been in a lot of fights, haven't you?
Not by choice.
Nobody's like.
I'm like the least likely candidate to start one. Mm-hmm. But like for some reason, people are like, man, I want to crack them.
Yeah.
I'm very hittable. People want to hit me.
I've never been in a fight.
People want to punch me.
I've been punched in the face once.
I've been punched in the fucking face, back of the head, neck.
I think I told that
chest,
story
back.
on the podcast.
Oh my God.
I got punched in the face by
dude, I got punched in the back of the head
girl.
and saw stars and had to fight with like half consciousness. It was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, getting in fights is not smart, especially as I was nervous because I haven't been in like a fight as a grown up in a long time. As an adult, it's like way different.
Yeah.
You'll just both get arrested. Mm-hmm. Like, and if someone's not pressing charges, like the police will just take you both.
Yeah.
Disorderly conduct or whatever. You just get, it just costs money. It sounds like.
Yeah.
I'm not getting. You know what I mean?
I got rocked right here on the cheek in the middle of a lunchroom.
It was a girl, right?
Crowded lunchroom. Yeah. This. Right, like
that's the best part.
Literally in the middle of a crowded lunchroom, she's like nose to nose with me. I spilled water on her, and because of that was a big issue. So she fucking stood up. She's like, "Did you spill the water?"
Yeah, well, you went to You went to a high school that's half prison.
Yeah, pretty much.
And your high school was a mill for the prison.
She was a scary girl too, who like just got out of juvie. Like people were talking about, like, oh, she just got out of juvie, and then like,
and of course your stupid ass had to spill water on her.
And like,
how does that even happen?
So me and my buddy were like horsing around, and we were like over this water bottle, and then I yanked it, and the water came out of the bottle and landed like not even a lot of it, like just enough for her to feel it. She was like, "Oh my god!" And she turned around, saw my goofy ass, and she was like, and I tried to pin it on my buddy. I was like, "He did it," and then so she went over him and like interrogated him, and he was like, it was him." So then I took the rap. I was like, "Yeah, it was me. It was an accident." And then she fucking like from like down here, just bam, right there, right on my cheek, and she goes, "That was an accident." And then everybody was like, "Oh!"
They flew me in to do the O.
Yeah.
They booked me a hotel to come do that.
Dude,
O.
It was literally like out of like a fucking 2001 like teen movie. What happened?
That is so fucking funny.
And I just had this big fucking welt on my face for like the next, or like this big red mark on my face for like the next, like the rest of the fucking week.
The rest of the school year.
Yeah, and then the principal fucking saw it, and then she got obviously suspended. Nothing happened to me. But and then yeah.
I ever tell you about
the nice thing about it though was because it was a girl, there was no pressure for me to like get her back. If it was a dude, I know people would have been like, "Fucking pussy, you didn't even fight him back." But I was like, they're like, "You gonna let her hit her?" I had to be like, "Well, it was a girl, so obviously I'm not gonna hit her. It's a girl."
She would have whooped your.
She would have beat the piss out of me. What were you gonna say?
Did I ever tell you about the time I got sucker punched at school?
Maybe, I don't know. We talked. We've talked a lot.
The time, okay, so basically what happened was there was a kid at my school who they called the human tater tot because his head was a perfect tater tot shape, and like every like it was like the entire generation laughed at that. It wasn't just me that laughed at that, but I didn't start it. Yeah. I didn't start it. But I've been credited with a couple. I've been credited with a couple nicknames in high school. I got the credit for a couple pretty bad ones. So I just basically got blamed for this kid's nickname, and so it was just like a bunch of like retarded kids. Like it was a group of like the retarded kids, big headphone kids.
Oh,
and like
the worst.
The worst kids. So like I was walking out of school one day, and I saw that there was like a big crowd forming, and like I just walked out of school. I was going to go get high with my buddies, and I walked out. I walked through the crowd. I just parted through the crowd because I was going through.
Right.
And like this fucking kid had his backpack off and he was waiting for me.
Oh damn.
And I was like, what the fuck? So as soon as I walked into the crowd, he walked up and punched me right in the eye.
Oh,
it was a fucking retarded guy.
Oh no.
And like, oh my God, a fucking retarded guy punched me in the eye. And I'm like, what do I do?
Yeah.
I'm like, everyone was like waiting. They were like, and your response? And I was like, my response is like nothing. I was like, I picked up my shit. I was like, I'm walking. I'm still going to get high. Yeah. I was like, this weed's still going. And I got to go pick up this gram. I was like, bro, I got 4 people waiting for this gram.
You got rocked by a retarded
I got punched by a retarded dude in the face, right? But here's the thing. He punched me, and then him and his retarded buddies, they all took off on like literally like on a spaceship.
Oh,
like,
wow.
And so like I was friends with like a bunch of older kids, like seniors when I was like a freshman. They like chased their group of friends down and like hunted them and then dragged them all back to where I was hanging out and made the retarded kid kiss my shoe. I was like, I don't want this. But they were like, do it.
That's really funny.
So yeah, shout out my boy Tubbs who made a fucking retard kiss my shoe after he socked me in the head.
My dad has had an even funnier story with a retarded kid. There's this kid in the neighborhood, and one time he took his brother, my uncle. My dad took his brother, and fucking like tied him up and hung him upside down by a tree. And then told the retarded kid to give him kisses. He's upside down by a tree. He told him to give him kisses. I'm like, that's so fucked up, but also hilarious.
That's so funny.
It's fucked up on both ends.
That's so funny.
Yeah. That's
so fucking demonic and evil.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. The craziest thing I ever seen is I had a cousin LJ who had like cerebral palsy, so he was like full retard.
Yeah.
And he would eat anything you put in front of him.
Right.
So one time my cousin Troy, who was his dad, his simple man, simple man kid. So he obviously had issues, right? Yeah. So he would just feed LJ anything.
Really?
He would give him like vanilla ice cream with like tomato sauce,
and he would eat.
He would just eat the whole thing and not think about it at all. So one time there was a roach outside.
Oh no!
And my cousin Troy like he like knocked it out. He didn't kill it. He like knocked it out.
Yeah.
He like literally, I don't know how he did it, but he like knocked a roach out.
Yeah.
Brought it inside and was like, "Here, L." And literally LJ like looked at it, was like,
Oh, really?
just a big fucking juicy cockroach
Ew.
just right in his mouth.
Oh.
And like from that moment on, I was like, because like I got that he was like retarded, but I was like, I didn't know how far it went.
Yeah.
That
eating
was
cockroaches.
Like, that
pretty...
was the furthest I've seen anyone go with him.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, it's like that. It's like that.
Oh.
It's like it's anything.
It's like, yeah, that's like the height of the spectrum is like cockroach eating.
It was number one craziest thing I saw as a kid.
My dad used to tell me, my uncle, they used to say, the only difference between them and the Jackass crew is they didn't have a fucking camera. Because like when Jackass came out, they're like, that's
every dad
we
ever.
That's
what my dad says. I'm like, you guys fucking literally just sexually assaulted women. That's all you did. That's literally all you guys did. There was no Ring doorbell.
My dad told me a story about he tied my his brother, my uncle.
Your dad was into knots.
He tied his.
You ever think about how he might have been tying your mom up?
Ew, yucky. Gross.
Like a Christmas ham.
Saw my dad's dick once, but I think I talked about that already.
Yeah, your mom was touching it.
Yeah, she was. She was literally like flicking it. I was like, I'll remember this. Now I do the same thing to Britt. I'm like, come on,
now
touch it
like my dad used to get it touched.
Yeah.
You stand in the same spot you saw him get it touched.
I cry. I'm like, he was here.
It could have been us.
Yeah. But one time my dad tied his brother's bike to his bike, and they went down a big hill, and my dad went left, and his brother kept going, fucking yanked his ass off that fucking bike, and like fucked up his like arms, his like he like almost like killed. I'm like, why did you do? Well, first of all, that doesn't sound fun. And why did he agree to do that?
Yeah, because he was like, fucking do it.
Yeah,
why.
probably.
Because that's what my brother would do.
Yeah.
My brother was like, you're fucking doing it. I'm like, okay. Like, that's I would wild. Just, my brother would like set up, like, we would, at the park that we used to hang out with, we had like a really high jungle gym. Mm-hmm. And so like all the kids would get together and they would rake all the leaves into like a mega pile.
Yeah.
And then everyone would like jump off of the jungle gym. And so my brother
doing
was
like Ed Hardy flips.
Literally Jeff Hardy.
Oh, Jeff Hardy.
Doing Ed Hardy. That's that's the shirts. Those are those wigger shirts.
Oh, right.
Jeff Hardy. You were doing Jeff Hardy moves, right? But I was too scared to jump off it because I fucking hated heights and I was just scared of everything.
Right.
So my brother was like, "Get the fuck up here." He was like, "I spent all day doing this for you." I'm like, "No, you didn't. It's for you.
Yeah.
It's for you. I don't know why it has to be for me." So my brother was just like, he was like, "Fine, I'm gonna throw you off then." Mm-hmm. And so he like picked me up. My brother was like a big football guy, so he just picked me up like a briefcase and literally hucked me off of the fucking hucked me off of the gym, off the jungle gym.
Did you land in the leaves?
Yeah, barely. Like I went over it almost. Like he like chalked me.
Oh man.
And it was fun as fuck. So I kept doing it after that. But like he was like, "I'm throwing you off." I was like, ah.
That's like there's like some like Big Brother like story in there, like some like lesson. It's like he made you conquer your fears. Which is like a beautiful thing, but also he threw you off a fucking
Now I like getting handled by older men. It's the worst thing that happened. Now I like being thrown off of shit.
Yeah.
I should have became a pro wrestler that second. I'm still thinking about it. My buddy Christian and I are cooking up a feud. He told me he's like, if we really want to do a match, like he could set it up.
That would be crazy. You fucking.
I want to do a hardcore match though. I want to get hit with a chair. I want to bleed. I want to bleed.
Yeah.
I want to bleed really bad. Like right on the hairline.
Yeah. Are you gonna do like a? You gonna do like a
blade
razor?
job? Yeah,
blade job. Yeah.
The blade's like this big.
Oh yeah, damn.
And it just takes only that much on your hairline
to start fucking bleeding.
Crimson mask, full red crimson mask.
Yeah, that's nuts.
And I was like, the light tubes that they use are real cheap and shit. So that's coming. I'm doing it before I'm 30. I'm 26 now. I have a while to figure it out, but I'm gonna be doing a fucking full length hardcore wrestling match, death match.
I never really want to wrestle, but I would love to be able to like consistently do like sell a sweet chin music. Mm-hmm. Just like me and my buddies hanging out and just do sweet chin music and without fucking their face up. Mm-hmm. I do. It's so interesting how he does that, because I was watching the clip. I was like, damn, how does he make it sound like that? And he fucking smacks his leg. It's so interesting. The older I get, the more I'm starting to appreciate wrestling. I went from like, in middle school, I fucking loved it. Or like elementary school, I loved wrestling. Then I got to middle school, I was like, I don't want pussy. Fuck that. And now I'm getting older and I have pussy, and I'm like, all right, wrestling's cool again. Mm-hmm. Yeah, once you have to find.
It comes in waves, man.
Yeah,
the thing comes back.
Comes in and out of my life.
It comes in waves.
Yeah, like your sister doing drugs. Just sometimes Wrestling's like sometimes you're in rehab, sometimes you're not.
No.
Yeah, that's funny.
Our one friend was talking about his him and his girlfriend were out to dinner and they were talking about like funny stuff their moms used to do. Mm-hmm. And he's like, she was like talking. She's like, oh, my mom used to do this thing where she would just be sitting there and be like, and he's like, I hate to break it to you, but that bitch was on drugs.
Oh yeah, I think you told me this.
Sucking her mouth.
Yeah, that's nuts.
That's so funny. She's like, she found out that wasn't like a silly thing moms did. That was so funny to me.
My mom used to take the longest naps at 2 p.m. when I had to be picked up from school, and she would always forget me. It's like,
so weird.
Interesting.
Your mom took a nap last week with the oven on.
Yeah, but that was pretty scary.
And then the alarm went off while we were there, and she didn't move a muscle.
Oh, yeah. She needs to cut that out.
Yeah, that was a new trick.
Yeah.
That's a new one.
Uh-huh.
That's the most. She's almost as impatient as me waiting for food. She's like, I'll just sleep until it's done.
She made like ham and mac and cheese. I told her I was trying to eat healthier. She's like, well, that's ham. It's got protein.
And you were like, you're right.
Yeah, good point, Mom.
Great point. Love you. Nom.
Nom, nom, nom.
I had a home-cooked meal for the first time since my mom died.
Oh, yeah? Who made it?
My dad.
Oh.
And he was like, this is the first time I've cooked since she died. I was like...
And did you, thanks for the reminder.
I was like, wow.
Wow, you know what goes really good with this? Tears.
I was about to say, well, since we don't have any salt.
Yeah.
No, but I was like, shit.
What was it? What did he make?
He made pork tenderloin.
Ooh.
And he made red potatoes and broccoli.
Damn, that sounds pretty fucking good.
It was amazing.
Damn.
It was amazing. Whoa. Love a home-cooked meal. It makes me think that things are going to be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited to, I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm excited to fucking just
figure out your life.
I just really need this fucking job. I'm so fucking miserable. I'm so fucking miserable. I need a job.
Please, God, I need this job.
Please, I need a job. I need a job.
Show tunes. God, I hope I get it.
God, I hope I get it. God, I hope I get it. God, I hope I don't have to split a can of cat food with my cat ever again. Yeah. That didn't happen, but I thought about it.
I really need this job. You know what I'm referencing, right?
No.
It's like show tunes.
I don't
God, I hope I get it.
No,
I hope I get it. You ever see Land of the Lost with Will Ferrell?
Oh yeah.
That's what the thing's fucking playing the whole time.
Oh really? Yeah.
Too busy getting pussy.
You nailed that.
I made my dad watch Land of the Lost with Will Ferrell, and after the movie, he goes, "Do you smoke pot?" That was the dumbest fucking movie I've ever seen. I was like, "Well, it's funny." Like he gets eaten by a dinosaur. How is that not hilarious?
You don't love that?
And the monkey talks.
Do you smoke pot?
The monkey talks. Danny McBride is so good in that movie.
Yeah, they're so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like when the big mosquito's on his back.
Yeah.
It's like the biggest mosquito
He's
ever.
Like, anybody else get really tired?
It's like the biggest mosquito ever. Yeah, that movie does freak me out. Like the people from the Land of the Lost.
Oh
really
yeah,
creepy.
that's fucking.
They're like my sleep paralysis demons. Actually.
Oh, the fucking lizard people.
Yeah, freak things.
Yeah, well they're real.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, they're real.
Sure.
Hillary Clinton is one.
Oh,
big time.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I never thought about her being a reptilian.
Yeah, you ever see her like cough up eggs in the water? You ever see that video?
No.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't know why I haven't.
There's a video of her like coughing up eggs into a glass of water after giving up a speech. They're like, she's giving birth. I'm like, or she's just old and that's what comes out of her mouth is gross shit. Yeah. It's probably just like phlegm, like 70 years of. I'm kidding. Hillary Clinton is not a reptile and is definitely should be president.
Should have been.
I would like to say that my mental health.
Could you imagine if she was the president?
Yeah.
Russia would have been like, nah, we'll just kill you now.
Yeah.
Yeah. People think that Trump's going to either win by a landslide or lose by a landslide.
I think he's going to fucking win.
I think he's going to lose.
I think he's going to win because I think, well, first
of
all.
He can't stop shooting himself in the foot with the dumb shit he says.
Yeah, but the people who like him love him. Like, they don't care. Yeah. I think he's going to win just because if it comes down to Trump or Biden, I think anybody.
Well, it's already that. It's already that.
Well, then yeah, he's going to win because everybody. So I think what happened was, and I don't know shit about politics, but I think what happened was the first election, Trump won, right, and that was a shit show, and everybody was like, or whatever I don't give a fuck, but like whatever you think it was, people, and I think some people were like, okay, who voted for Trump originally, were like, all right, let's give Biden a chance. That was a shit show. Now they're like, all right, well, which one is the lesser shit show? And I think the people who flipped on Trump the first time are going to go back to him. I think that's what's going to happen. But there's also people who vote third party and waste their votes.
They're both showing their age really bad.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's bad.
Yeah.
That is the face of our... you know what I mean? He's the figurehead of the nation. And I don't want him to be.
I also don't understand the point of a third party vote because it's fucking throwing your vote away. One of these two guys is going to win. I don't think there's, I might be wrong. I don't think there's ever been like somebody who won a third party vote in any election.
No.
So it's like, why are you wasting, like, you wanted to, like, unless people like want to vote to be like, I voted.
They're good in the debates because like they bring up shit that sometimes gets washed in like the fight.
Yeah.
So it's like you have like people like the Green Party people who like really have a focus on like the environment and shit, and it kind of forces that into the discussion.
Yeah.
And it forces them to kind of either get pulled towards the center or to the left or to the right about shit.
This is the most intelligent conversation we've had on this podcast.
Well, here's the thing.
Normally it's like, come, farts.
Well, that's the thing. It's a weird time. You know what I mean? Like, we're setting up for the rest of our, like, youth.
Yeah.
We need the right guy to be there. I don't want to deal with people crybabying about Trump for the next 4 years.
Anyway, let's continue this on the Patreon. We want to thank our top...
Actually, let's cut it out.
Yeah. We want to thank our top-tier supporters, Chris Ginn, Mike Falls, Squall, Miles Schultz, Andrew Herbert, Tim Sislo, and Jordan Dillabo. And then we have a moment of silence that we're gonna do next episode when we're drinking. Today just wasn't, the cards weren't on the table, so
moment of silences are just for chugs.
Yeah, but anyway, thank you guys so much for listening. We'll see you on part 2. We love
Send
ya.
us more fucking songs.
Yeah, what the fuck, music producers? You guys want some intros or what? It doesn't even have to be good. Literally, like, sing us. Like,
doesn't have to be good.
like, do like a guitar fucking whatever. Like, send us a voice memo.
Shout out to our boy Donnie too.
Oh yeah, Donnie.
He's traveling right now, spreading the good word.
Oh sweet.
He's literally
Stink
out
it
there.
forward.
He's out there like passing out Bibles to like poor kids.
That's awesome. You gotta stink it forward. You gotta share this with your friends. Otherwise, how are we gonna grow? Because the algorithm has been.
Put our sticker inside of a Bible, Donnie.
All right, guys.
Hand those out.
We'll see you on the next episode. Peace and love. Stink it forward.